Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about something that's some good news for some people and some bad news for others, and I actually fall into the second category here. And this is actually not the best news for me because I am myself right now wanting to buy a condo. Hopefully I am trying to do it in the next coming 6 months and I'm able to accomplish it at that point. But it's going to be difficult with what I'm about to talk to today. And I think this pressure has already started to come into the condo market. So I'm basically talking about rentals, which is a weird thing. Why are we talking about rentals if we're talking about ownership of condos? Well, it's because there are about 12,500 apartment units being built in Midtown from 2018 to about 2026. And that sounds like kind of a long time, but in the grand scheme of things, it is a massive amount of units to be placed in a relatively short period. Maybe 20 years, yeah, but such a short period, it is massive. And this is the funny thing. Of that, there's really only about like 300 to 400 units that are not apartments and they're condos. So you can just see the discrepancy here in the market. And the thing that makes it crazy is I think this will start to spill out even into the single family home market, as a lot of these people who are paying probably like the top end of the apartments in their respective buildings will probably be able to afford some of the single family homes that are around Midtown, either in the Garden District or Virginia Highlands or even possibly Ansley Park in the southern tip of Buckhead as well, maybe even like North Druid Hills. I think this will kind of radiate out and just cause an effect kind of everywhere. But here's why I thought about this. So you have 12,500 units being built. The current inventory, when I picked everything out, I picked the Garden District, I picked the Business District of Midtown, and then a little bit south of North Avenue, and also Atlantic Station as well. And I got about 10,500, precisely about 10,861 units. So when you have twice as many apartments being built in only 10,000 units, you're basically effectively doubling, how much. Obviously, there's much more apartments. There's much more people that live in Midtown. But let you know this, units does not mean one person in each unit. You can have 2 bedrooms, 3 bedrooms. You can have multiple people living in a bedroom. You can have all sorts of situations. So it's not directly correlated with population, but just the units themselves, it kind of signifies things. So you're going to have all these people in these newer units, and these newer units are fairly expensive. So the average right now is about $1,800 a month for 1 bedroom, $2,200 a month for a 2 bedroom, and $3,100 a month for a 3 bedroom. And it doesn't sound so bad that way. Pretty much all the new units are going to be a premium. It's about $2,200 to $2,600 for a 1 bedroom. They're cheaper for studios. $2,800 to $3,500 for a 2 bedroom, and then $3,500 to $4,200 for a 3 bedroom. And the average price point for a condo is around $420,000. In fact, the one that I really want to get, I love this 2 bedroom here in Park Central, it's around $429,000. So I'm kind of like right here in this statistical average that's happening right now. That payment comes around to being around $3,500. If you put around 20% down, it's around $3,300 with about $4,000 in taxes. Obviously, you add on your insurance, and then you have your principal and interest as well. And that's kind of what the payment comes around to, $3,300 to maybe $3,700. But when you compare it to a lot of these these apartment prices, it is around the same amount. Obviously, what's going to happen is they live in these units, these apartment units, for a couple years and just build up the amount of money that they have in savings. And then when they get around $80,000, $100,000, they'll go buy a condo. And that's only 20% down. What if they do it with 10%? What if they do it with an FHA and they get into some of these buildings with that? It really is a lot of people that could potentially move into these condominium units very quickly. And I think within a couple years, we'll start to see it's just this radiant pressure. You just have so many people packed in that they're going to naturally compete for some of these condos. And I'm right there with it. So if you do have a condo, you're probably like, well, yeah, my condo is going to go up. You probably maybe you're living in it right now, or you're young, or a lot of people are downsizing in a Midtown. A lot of people are downsizing that, and they really don't care. I've called people a lot of times and said, I'll die in this unit. And their only complaint is the construction. They could care less about the appreciation of the unit. But it is always something nice to know that what if something may happen, that's going to happen. But a lot of people will live in condos so they can move out to the suburbs later. Maybe you're just like me and you're young, and you just have you and your girl and a dog or a cat or something. You don't have kids, or it's just you. And you go, well, hey, I like this. I like the city, but I probably, if I had kids or if I did something else, I'd move out to the suburbs. I'd move out to the Virginia Highlands or Brookhaven, or I'd move out to other parts of the Atlanta metro area after this. And that probably is good news for you, especially if you're able to do that and see this appreciation, and then move out and get something that's in the suburban area. The suburbs have seen their appreciation. I think Midtown's going to continue on in its own little kind of micro market. So some places will appreciate more than others. I could see Midtown just appreciating more than everything else in the city of Atlanta. I'd say things are slowing down, but when you have this many people get stuck in to a place all at once and they're able to afford these high-priced rents, they're just able to afford the lifestyle that would take to buy one of these condos, and you're just going to have a lot of competition. So if you're buying a condo, let me know. Let's see what we can do for you, because we're in the same boat right here. I've helped plenty of people get in a sale, but we're going to be in the same boat getting one together here if you guys are looking in the next 6 months. But if not, it's probably something, and I know a lot of people are already kind of thinking of this, of possibly getting a renter permit from their HOA. Super difficult, takes years. If you have to move, it's probably not worth waiting years. It's probably just, take your appreciation for what it is now and get on with your life, because this will probably take several years to start to really take an effect, because people will start to get in these units. They'll probably be younger like me and be in these units so they could just save up, and they just have to live somewhere. So just to save up from there and do it. So I think this is something that you will see years down the road, but it's going to have an effect in my opinion. So guys, I wanted to bring that to you today, just give you these numbers so you could just think about it yourself. It's just me putting 2 and 2 together. Whether you agree or disagree, please let me know in the comments, and I'll see just kind of what the situation is, because for me, it's just too much to be going on to not have an effect on just one Midtown market, and possibly even going up Peachtree Road into Buckhead as well, into those condos up there. So guys, glad I could bring this to you. If I made you have a panic attack, I'm sorry. If I made you jump for joy, well, I'm happy for you. But I wanted to bring that to you guys today. But I will let you get back to it. I got an appointment to go to, and I will let you guys have a good rest of your weekend. Thanks.